Okay, any questions or comments before we finish out the day? I hope this was a valuable day for you.
Great day.
Let's talk about, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk about some quick takeaways. What takeaways were there?
Not leaving the city when they tell you can't do something.
Exactly.
You know when to challenge them.
Yeah, you've got to know, guys, people at the city, 95% of the time are not an expert. They're just not. They don't know what they're talking about. There are some that you'll find that are amazing and are script and verse and know everything. And those guys still mess up sometimes. So we really, really, really have to be on our game. It's like they say about a good attorney. You never ask a question that you don't know the answer to. I don't go to the city and ask questions that I don't know the answer to unless they're open-ended questions. What's the difference? Hey, what's the setback here for a property if I build on this property?
Open.
That's not open-ended. That's a very specific number, 25 feet. Yep. Open-ended is, where would you like to see apartments? See the difference? Yeah. One is, let us get your opinion. The other one is, there's a code and ordinances in place. So open-ended is nondescript. Hey, how many ADUs do you guys have so far? If you were serious about doing ADUs, you guys would go pull building permits with a grammar request in the city that you're interested in and see which ones have been done and drive by them. You knock on the door and ask people, they're so excited about it, they'll show you through. Hey, I heard you're one of the first people here in the city to do an ADU. I'm not trying to come in now, but is there a time my friend and I, or my husband and I, or my wife and I could come back and walk through the property? Would that be okay? Or maybe we could bring you a plate of cookies? And, oh no, come in now, Richard, they want to see the ADU. I have gotten into so many homes that way, right? So if you're serious about doing any of this stuff, what do you need to do? What's the mindset you need to have? A couple of mindsets. Highest and best use. Density. Create your own economy. This is what we've talked about all day long here. Persistence. You know, for me, I had a saying, no means go, no means go, no means go. And I just, back then, I didn't have a bunch of deals. So when I found a deal that I thought I could make work, I had to make it work. And the reason was, I didn't have a bunch of money or a bunch of other deals. And now, obviously there's deals that are hard to find with the multifamily at the size that we do. But we have more opportunities that we don't force things. We don't force things if it's a hard fit. Once a deal gets hard, and then it stays hard, and it keeps going hard, we get out of it if we can. So what else did you learn today? Yeah, seller financing can create value.
Are you still trying to do seller financing on anything?
Yeah,
with your properties and
we do all the time. Mm-hmm. We do different versions of it, I should say.
Between sub 2 and seller finance?
Yeah, we don't do a lot of sub 2. It's not that we shy away from it. It's just that we have cash. The current seller finance deal we're doing right now is Rock Creek, or 754 units. We purchased, I say we, because Summa Terra Ventures found the land, put it under contract, got it entitled. We brought in a couple of partners to be financial partners with us. And that partnership, seller financed it to Dustin, you guys know Dustin, and myself as partners. So I was the seller finance seller and the seller finance buyer on the same transaction. I was, again, in the bathroom negotiating terms in front of the mirror. I'm a wicked negotiator. So we have that one going. We're doing monthly payments, and we have a balloon, and it's really cool. I wish I could do a 2 or a 3 day seller finance class. That would be really fun. Because what people think is seller financing, there's whole other galaxies of what is allowed and what would be capable of in seller financing. You guys never would have thought in your life $1 gets you 2 cabin lots. That's not the way you think when you think about seller financing, right? Right?
Yes.
Right.
But I have to have an audience to do that, and yeah. All right. What else did we learn today?
Economy.
Create an economy. Create your own economy. Be the economy. I came up with a slogan when I had some problems back in 8, 9, 10, and 11, and was down in the ditches a few years, and I finally stood back up, and I named my company, I Am the Empire. And I thought that was really cool. No one else seemed to like that. Is that name cool or no? It was a kind of a writing LLC for me. It wasn't going to be my business. But the point was, if you believe that you're an empire, you can be an empire, literally. If you don't believe that you're an empire, you're not going to be an empire. The other thought process was you don't need anything. Listen carefully to this. You don't need anything outside of who you are to create your own mini or macro empire. You don't. You don't. How do you explain that I did that? No credit, no income, no tax returns, sophomore at BYU, no training, no mentor, no anything. And you guys have seen some of the fun stuff that we've done today. And by the way, we could have stopped at how many more deals? We passed so many deals that I didn't stop and show you.
You just point at them?
Some of them, yes. We used to do a 27 deal caravan on Greyhound buses. We had 2 Greyhound buses, 100 people, 54 in each one. We did 27 properties from South Provo to Payson. And that still wasn't all of them. So there's a lot of deals out there. You can be industrious. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Are you working hard enough?
No.
Are you working hard enough?
No.
I'm looking at Hunt. Are you working? No, I'm kidding. Hunter's a full-time student, a full-time worker at Summa Terra, and commutes. He's a beast. I couldn't pull down the schedule he's doing right now. But are you working hard enough? Are your goals clear enough? Have you painted the picture in your life of what you want to be? Have you created yourself a roadmap to get there? These are all tough questions because you're standing behind today with someone who did a whole bunch of things with far less than you have available to you right now. Let me say that again. You're standing next to someone who did all these things that you saw today with far less than all of you have available to you right now. And I didn't understand the idea of not being successful. I didn't understand the idea of not working my guts out. I didn't understand the idea of someone telling me what I was going to do or what I wasn't going to do. I didn't understand that why everyone didn't do the little formula that I did on everything that I did. I didn't understand at 27 years old why 17 people joined my franchise. I'm 3 years a broker, and they're leaving all the brokers that are 50 and 60 and 70 years old with 30 and 40 years of the business to go work with this young kid who has all these properties. And the brokers are, did any of them like me? What do you think? I made sure of it. Yeah. I made sure of it. I tell you, every time we had a closing with one of the offices, you know, somebody would be on a 70% split with their broker, and I'd take them a congratulations cake, and I'd cut 30% out of it. And I'd take them the 70% cake, and it'd say, hey, thanks for the transaction. Oh, I sure did. And I marched right inside the enemy territory, and I was like this. What?
Don't even
What?
say that.
What? I'm like, it's on, dude. It's a war. It's a war, man. This is a war. Seriously. And it was uncomfortable for everyone but me. Right? So fun story was this one agent that I was recruiting forever, he loved boats, and he always was buying a boat and selling a boat and buying a boat and selling a boat. And they were about, I don't know, $10,000. And he and I did a huge transaction. I was the listing agent and he was the buyer's agent, and I knew he was on a 30% split to the office, and it was like $7,000. And he said, hey, I gotta come over, get a couple signatures, can I drop by and see you? And so I just happened to have $7,000 sitting on my desk in cash when he showed up. And he kept looking at it, and I was just talking to him. He kept looking at it, and I said, what you looking at? And he goes, oh, that cash right there. And I go, you know what that is? And he goes, what? I go, that's what you paid your broker. That's 7 times what you would have paid for the entire month here. Oops. Effective recruiting, right? Yep. So what else did we learn today?
Approach marketing. I've been throwing a big net out looking for opportunities, and you've helped me refine that, and I'll readjust my approach to marketing for sure.
Guys, you can have a really tight area as long as there's enough properties in it. You want to find the right city. Some cities won't allow this or that. A couple of people have commented to me, well, I'm working in this city and they don't allow this kind of stuff, or there's not these kind of properties. And I tell you what, if you just change your mindset a little bit, there's options. And I like to call them crevices or cracks or gaps in use in every city. You just kind of have to find which city has which gaps. Meaning, what's the gap? Current use, highest and best use. Current use, highest and best use. What did we learn at the cabin today? What we know, where we're living. What we know, where we're living. Properties, highest and best use, current use. Highest and best use, current use. What we know, where we're living. Highest and best use, current property use. Yeah, if you guys are interested, I'm about to start a city tour. We're going to go back through a dozen cities, and I'm going to start setting up zoning meetings with zoning staff at each of the cities and going in, and we call them city meetings. And we have about 50 questions that we send these guys. And you can come in and watch us go after them to find the gaps, find the opportunities, find the zoning, find all of that stuff. We literally go in and take these guys apart. So if anybody's interested in that, keep your ears to the ground and we'll invite you. Anything else?